Hello, good morning everybody. This is Mark again. I have got some great news to report. This is day 7 going back to prison. Now for those of you who've been following the series, my last video was day 5. This is day 7. It appears I have skipped day 6. Day 6 I had went in out of schedule due to a new job that I got. And I was only in for a few minutes. There really wasn't much to report. So this is day 7. I've had the first class of the survival series, life improvement skills, self-betterment class. I had like 28 people sign up for the class. But on the day that I went there, the prison was running a little off schedule. They had had a problem with their kitchen and they was real late serving people, and there wasn't a lot of security available to escort me to the chapel or whatever. So when I walked in, they just handed me the keys. Now I want you to understand this. Here I am, ex-inmate. I'm going in unescorted as a volunteer, and they hand me the keys. Now I'm walking around the prison compound with the keys. That's pretty wild for me. That's pretty wild. But I went down there, I unlocked the chapel, and I had to wait about 30 minutes, and then the men started coming. And before it was over with, I think maybe there was 5, 6, 7 of them that showed up. But those 5, 6, 7 that showed up were very attentive. They were very interactive, and they paid attention. They listened, and before it was over with, they thanked me for coming. Every one of them thanked me for coming, and they was excited about the next class. Now the next class, unfortunately, is going to be 2 weeks away, so there's going to be a while before there's going back to prison day 8. The prison observes Passover for the Jewish inmates, and as a result of the Passover festivities or whatever it is they're doing for Passover, they're not having any evening programs for the next 2 weeks. So that cancels out my program. So it's going to actually be 3 weeks from now before I go back in for the second class. But everybody there said they was going to bring a friend. They're excited that they really got something out of the class. And you might imagine, well, what did you teach about? That was so wonderful. I just started with a class introduction. I told them about who I am. I kind of told them my story, which was interesting because it's the first time I've ever stood in front of a group and told my story, my testimony. You know, I kind of started from the beginning, how it was that I even went to prison to start with for something I didn't even do. All about my prison journey. In the beginning, I got in trouble a lot. I got 14 DRs, which is a disciplinary report. I got 14 of them in the first 12 months. I was a heathen when I got there. I didn't care about them people's rules. I wasn't interested in nothing they had to say. And I got in a lot of trouble as a result of that. I turned 21 in a confinement cell, and I decided to turn my life around. And I went on from there to different institutions, and I kind of talked about each one of them. They could relate to a lot of that. They had been some of the places I had been to. And then I began to talk about the day I got out. I began to talk about what my life was like after that, trying to get a job and unable to get a job because of my record. And I started my own business. And from there, I started another business and another business and another business, and I wrote a book, and then I wrote 8 more books. I went before the governor, Ron DeSantis, for a clemency hearing in 2019. He wasn't even studying me at all, and as a result of that, it led to the birth of my Up Your Averages brand and movement, and the writing of my books, Up Your Averages, a daily guide to improving your life, another one improving your relationship, another one improving your finances, which ultimately led to me wanting to teach this class. And then I went over an outline of what the class is going to be about. Next week, we're talking about getting your mind right, the power of positive thinking. the power of your thoughts, what dwelling on positive thoughts will do for your mind and body, what dwelling on negative thoughts will do to your mind and body physiologically. Then from there, I went on about the rest of the course. Next week's going to be about raising your personal standards, how to improve your relationships, how to be a better partner, or what to look for in a partner, the mistakes that you can make, and the havoc it can wreak on your life if you end up with the wrong partner. We're going to talk about housing. We're going to talk about money management, how to stay out of debt, credit principles, employment options for felons, self-employment options. So they're really excited about it, and I'm really excited to bring the class. I do want to say though, if you're interested in the class itself, if you're interested in these classes and the principles I'm going to teach, I am starting a locals account. And I'm starting this locals account basically self-fund this endeavor. For those of you who don't know, locals is a combination. It's like Facebook in the sense that you post, you have friends, you have, I think on there it's referred to as a community, but you have a wall, a timeline, and you post like you would on Facebook. But it's also like YouTube because a lot of it is videos. You have subscribers. Now there's free content on there, and I'll be putting on free content, but there's also content that only your subscribers can see. So I think I'm going to start me an account. It's going to be $5 a month. It ain't too much, but I'm going to use the money from the locals account to fund this prison ministry, if you will. I'm bringing in coffee, bringing in food once a month for the guys, that kind of thing. And of course, I volunteer my time. When I go down there, I'm spending 3-4 hours a night down there. It's just all to support that. So if you're interested, I would appreciate if you get on over to locals and you would subscribe and follow me there. Now, I'm going to be putting up videos over there that go into depth, all these principles. And as I grow, on the locals account will grow. So if you support what I'm doing and you like what I'm doing, go on over there. And I'm still in the process of setting that account up, but I just want to let you know what's coming. So I appreciate it if you pray for these guys. I appreciate it if you pray for me. If you subscribe to this channel, you like these videos. I'm just trying to deliver a message of encouragement. I'm just trying to deliver a few ideas on how to improve your life. So until next time, up your averages.